Hello everybody. So today's video is one we've been kind of anxious for. We are going to sit down and go through our plan for 2023. So
It's an exciting year.
yes, for a while now we've been talking about what we're trying to build to and getting to where we sell the house, get on the road, and figure out where we're going to end up. So Shannon and I have sat down and kind of mapped things out. I went the nerd route like I always do. So I've got it all spelled out.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep. So, I gotta quit saying so. But anyway, what we started with was kind of an anchor date. Our son's a senior in high school, so we can't do anything until he graduates, so that puts it end of May. To sell the house, we'll have family in town right around then, so we don't want to list the house till after that.
Yeah, we don't want to say, hey, we're having people over.
Yeah, we don't want all the guests and then have to show the house. That puts us in a situation where we have to prep the house that week after, so our plan is second week of June to have the house on the market.
Yay!
That divides it into first half, second half of the year as far as tasks. Going over first half of the year, that puts us for projects going forward, is house prep. We've been working through a lot of that. I mean, you've seen us do the floors and some of the doors and been working into the kitchen. But between now and June, I've got to finish the kitchen, which we had our dishwasher go out. The microwave had already went out. We have to replace both those now. The cabinet next to the dishwasher was damaged, so I've got to replace that as well. And then baseboards, and we got to replace the door that goes kitchen to the laundry room.
We got carpet.
Well, that's down the list. I'm on kitchen. After kitchen, then I've got to move to the guest room. It needs painted. There's a 2-color scheme we're doing, but I'll have to get that painted. Then baseboards in there, of course. We did all the flooring in the house, but I've been working on doing interior doors and trimming those. Whenever I get all those done, I can go through and finish all the rest of the baseboard in the house. Then we'll probably wait till right before we list it and need to get pictures. The guest room and our son's bedroom both need carpet, but of course they have to be empty for that. So that'll be a last minute thing.
Yeah. That'll probably be when we ship him off to California.
Yep. Yeah, so that's going to be the inside stuff. Outside, I've been working on the black chain link fence. I doubt I get 100% of it done, but I'm trying to get the front and both sides of the property completely lined. That way the only part that would be open is down to the lake. And then we've got to do flower beds to get curb appeal up. That'll be the projects house-wise. I mean, it's not a huge list, but with limited weekends and weather and all that, it'll
travel,
it'll be interesting to get that done. Because in the middle of that, we do have all of our travel. Because of the time constraints,
we're going to be traveling quite a bit.
Well, we're also limited, though, on when that can be.
Yeah.
So we've got to set up to where we're going to do a camping trip in February, March, and April. We've already got our February one scheduled, and we are game planning March and April's. Then in April, Shanna's going to Savannah with a friend. They've neither been there, so they're going to go see that. And then I've got 4 or 5 work trips scheduled, so that I'm bouncing in and out all the time.
And we're going to Miami together.
Yeah, second week of Miami, or the second week of February, we'll go to Miami together. I'll be working, but Shannon can at least hang out in the hotel for that week. Then we've got to get some vehicle stuff done. It's not super critical. I'd like to get it done, but we've got to get the vehicles taken from here up to Indiana to store at family's house until we figure out where we're going to land. They'll have to be in Indiana. I'd like to get a certain amount of things so they're reliable and the big things are done. So probably have to work on those till about 1st of May, and then wherever they're at, we'll have to get a car hauler and get them both up there. My truck, I need to get a steering gear in it, an alignment, and the exhaust done. At a minimum, I'd like to get seat covers and a few other little odds and end things done. It needs a heater. But if I can at least get steering gear, exhaust, alignment, that'll be good.
Who needs a heater? I mean,
Eh. My Jeep needs,
what?
well, not a lot. It's just an
We've
expensive piece.
neglected it.
I mean, it needs a general tune-up. All the belts and hoses need replaced. They haven't been done forever. New antifreeze. And then I need to do the exhaust manifold pre-cats. It's typical Jeep TJ, so check engine lights on all the time. So to get that to go off, I'm going to have to replace all that. Is that a bus?
Yes, it comes this time of the day.
Okay.
They'll be by in a minute again.
They haven't left yet.
Uh-huh.
All right. Then that puts us to second half of the year. So, like I said, we'll put the house on the market second week of June. And then a lot of things will trigger based off how long it takes to sell and how all that goes. But the next fixed date would be about the second week of August. Our son will start college. So we'll get him settled into the dorms and get all that figured out. So depending on when the house sells, we'll probably get an Airbnb. If we close on the house and have to be out and there's a gap between him starting, we'll just find an Airbnb near the college and we'll rent that till a couple days after he's in the dorms. It'd be nice almost if we could close like a week after he's in there. Then we won't have to worry about Airbnb, but we'll figure that out. We'll take the camper to a campground up there close to if we need to. Then, once he's in the dorm, we will head out from there. So, I should say, when he's in the dorm and the house is sold, when both those have happened, we'll head to Indiana. And we're going to probably spend whatever's left of August and all of September in Indiana. See some family, just do whatever, hang out up there, just be chill a little bit.
We haven't really seen them. When we go in, we just a couple days and then out. So
Yeah, it's always
nice.
It's always rush trips. So it'd be nice to spend just 5-6 weeks up there. Then first week of October, we'll get out of there to get out before the cold settles in.
Yeah.
So then the plan would be to just take our time in early October to get back down to Tennessee. Probably spend the rest of October in Tennessee. Between now and then, we're looking at a lot of properties. So if we see something we like, we've been trying to schedule to get over there and see it. So speaking of that, I guess, we're kind of focusing in on Tennessee and northern Georgia. We're still looking outside of that. I mean, we're open to anywhere in Georgia, really, and Alabama for that matter. Shanna has nixed any ideas of Kentucky at this point.
No. It's basically Indiana.
So, focus in Tennessee though. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so we'll get down to October. In October, we'll get down to Tennessee. Spend the rest of October in Tennessee, and then before the cold sets in too much there, since our camper's not four-season ready really, we'll head to southern Georgia probably in November. Side by side. So we'll spend November, December probably in southern Georgia, because since we won't have a home, we'll have to figure out the holidays. The current plan is to get an Airbnb for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. That way when college is out, we can just go to wherever, have a house, and then any family that wants to spend the holidays, we can kind of plan to get an appropriate sized Airbnb and just have the family holiday stuff. Then that would put us to the end of the year. Then hopefully this time next year we'll be sitting down with you and going over the 24 plan. But yeah, I mean, that's where the daydreaming starts. And we got a bunch of spots in the U.S. we'd like to take the camper and see, like to circle the country a little bit, or hoping to find land or an old farmhouse to renovate, something like that. But we're going to get through June.
Get the house sold first. Yeah. Kid in college.
Yep, and then it'll be just kind of winging it and making it up as we go. So it'll be exciting one way or the other.
Yep.
So any of you that want to keep up, just make sure to like and subscribe. As far as frequency of videos, for the most part, I've been doing once a week. Here, as we've gotten in the winter, I've been doing every other week. I'm not sure what kind of schedule I'll have this year. It'll depend really on the weather and what projects I have. If I've got enough for every week, I'll pop them up there, but there might be some Saturdays here and there that we don't have stuff. But we'll share as we can. And then, yeah, that covers my list. Anything else?
Nope.
Yeah, so stick around, keep tuned in. Where we end up's anyone's guess at this point. So it should be interesting for all of us, and thanks for watching.